Round 2. It's Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance Man.
Looking for another way.
I'm here.
My mind and how my
to ease my mind and help my living. It's Renaissance Man. It's daily variety show Mark Pires Renaissance Man. I'm here to connect with you, to amplify your current state. And I'm here on day 1317 in a row of the Renaissance Man show. And we're going to get into it just like we do every single night, fam and friends. So make sure you share. Smack the friggin' hell out of that screen, because the more you do that, the more people are going to come and hang out with us on day 1317 in a row. What are we talking about tonight, Joanne? Joanne, get your friggin' feet off the table. They smell as bad as your wheeze is in my ear, my right ear. But tonight, Fred Savage, Kevin Arnold, Wonder Years, you know. Apparently he's playing touchy-feely with a little Joe Biden situation, you know. And the bottom line, if you could see the photo, the start, I'm going to pop it on the screen again so you guys can see. As you get older, so should the girls, Kev. So that's our lead-in of the day. We're going to talk about this. This is a news story. And just to bring that up real quick, I wanted to share with you guys something on TikTok today. 2 of my comedy news stories, the one about monkeypox, saying that you can catch it on a freaking doorknob, which is true. I read it in a freaking story, and I just made comedy out of it. That got pulled for misinformation. And then, of course, and we're going to play that here so you guys can see exactly what it was that they pulled. And then the other one they pulled was the Donald Trump show, the new Donald Trump news show that I started, where I was just doing the news report on what happened with Alex Jabroni. You know what I mean? The guy who had the court case last week and he has to pay $49.3. I did the news story, but as Trump. Are you kidding me, Alex J. Joe Juga Juga Juju? Yeah, he's got to pay a $49.3 billion. Yeah. What? Oh, sorry, friggin' Joanne. I didn't know it was billion. I thought it was billion. He's only a millionaire? Whatever. Oh, it looks like I'm up. It's saying Donald Trump. Why is it saying Donald Trump confirms FBI raid? I'm not on that right now, Dad. We're on the new thing. I saved this. Didn't I? Mother freaker, I didn't save it. Guys, hold on. Now I gotta fix this. This is just garbage over here. You know, Bush League, Joanne. Bush League. We're here. We're doing it. And you can't even attach the feed so people can get right into the show. And you get a picture of me going like this on the screen on YouTube. And I'm in New York City. Skyscraper. Going like that. And you see the Empire State Building over my shoulder, which, of course, is my building. At least that's what my father told me when we moved to Connecticut. Guys, Zabrowski! I need a woohoo! Guys, if you don't know what a woohoo is, close your friggin' eyes and listen. Zabrowski, you jumped my, I was giving you an intro. I was letting people know about what the woohoo was. And you had to freaking jump it and throw the woohoo in, guys, check out, right on top of it. You stomped all over my monologue. 6.8. No, I'm not even going any higher than that tonight, Zabrowski. You didn't give me a chance to intro you. That's on you. That's on you. No, the woohoo was good, all right? But it was just the freaking stomping on me introing you that brought it to a 6.8. I understand you don't want to sleep tonight because you got a 6.8 on a woohoo scale, but you got to bring it when you show up, Zabrowski. So I want to play you these. These are the 2 bits. Well, first and foremost, let me play you this one. This is a newest bit that just was dropped. Oh, you know what? We have to do this, Joanne. We have to put the screen on so people can see me and the story all at the same time. Let's do it. It's called... What is it called, Joanne? It's called window capture. I always forget what it's called until we open it. And this is window capture, Joanne. Woo! Where did I go, though, Joanne? I was on the screen, and now I'm gone. Oh, thank you, Joanne. Sometimes she just doesn't push the button. until I'm like, over it. And then all of a sudden I'm on the screen. Here we go, guys. This is my newest clip, which I'm pretty sure TikTok is going to have a problem with. They shouldn't freaking, because this is a joke, first of all. Secondly, I'm pretty sure I'm talking about somebody who doesn't exist. If you listen to the words, you have to listen to the actual words I'm speaking. Come on, you mother, you know what I mean? I'm here trying to do it. You can't get my sound to work properly on the speaker system set up around me. And we're off to the races, Joanne. Thank you for nothing. This is the stuff she should be setting up. Still not freaking working. Joanne. It's when you think you did it and you didn't do it. That's really when it bothers me the most, Come on. You guys remember that one? Okay, we're finally hooked in. Thanks, Joanne, again, for all that hard work. No, your wheeze is ridiculous tonight. Here we go.
Recent trip.
Here we go.
Nancy Pelosi slammed for her connection with China on her recent trip to Tokyo. She happened to say that if she digs deep enough at the beach, she'll eventually reach China. So she has a connection with them. This is the freaking moron from San Francisco here. Why don't you guys, vote somebody in who's not a fucking idiot? Nancy Pelosi slammed.
I'm digging that.
Nancy Pelosi slammed for
The thing is, it's probably going to get a little bit of, a negative because a lot of people love Nancy Pelosi. They're like, oh, if I could vote one person in to make some change in 2023, Nancy Pelosi. It's not like everything she touches turns to poison or anything. It's not like you had to come up with a nickname, Pelosi, for her. Oh, you did? So I guess we started over and I friggin' missed the scene. Look at this. I had it set up. I didn't get it in. And now we lost all of the famine friends that were there. 6 minutes. We're going to friggin' erase it. And we're going to do something here. I'm one-two magooing it. All right, watch this, guys. Because we're on here live together and this friggin' BS over here got disconnected, I almost want to click us over to the actual feed. I wonder if there's people sitting in the feed. Let me just check. If there is, then we're going to click over to it, guys, and you guys have to go over and join me, okay? And because you guys can do that. You could just quickly head over and take this feed. There's 2 people waiting. Hold on, Amana. Let me just see. Maybe I can just get them to join us where we are. Where are we? This is where we are right now. Mid.us, okay? I'm giving them this freaking link. And then we're going to hopefully get them. It's Trish over here. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see if that works. I gave her the link. We're doing it. All right, we're in the middle of doing it. Let me just quickly put a. The thing I don't like about this is we should really join that feed. It'd be much better. Because it has all the info. Well, I guess this one does too, sort of. There's just no tags. It's not like it freaking matters. YouTube is just like, they crap all over everything I put out. It's like, I'd love one of the 2,500 pieces of content for them to just push it out to, a couple people. That'd be nice. After 1,317 days in a row of suppressing all the things I put out, these freaking commies. They're commies! Let's see. This is a Renaissance Man live production. Saving it. Picture, it's up. Now people can see it and be like, oh, cool, there's a show. Now let me tell us one thing. There's an upcoming. I'm freaking erasing the upcoming because now we're live here and we're at it, Let's see what these folios do when I try to save it. Is there any confidential, Oh, they limited my freaking thing. We should go to the other one. It didn't get it limited. This one's getting limited. I freaking hate YouTube for this. You're limiting me? Oh, goodness. I just started swearing today, and you're going to be a jerk about it. All right, why is... I don't know what just happened, but I think I just hopefully didn't erase. Okay, here we go. I'm erasing this. This is no good. This is no good. This is our upcoming one, but we got to get rid of it. I had a, oh, you know what? This is sometimes where I get a little thought in my mind and we thought live in the moment. You know what I mean? I copied this. We're going to delete that. I'm freaking deleting it like that. You know what I mean? It's freaking done. Now we go over here, got an add suitability over here. I'm going down to the freaking tags, right? Oh, Control V. Paste through. Bang, biggity boo. Wonder Years. So we got the Wonder Years thing going. Joanne, can you pull the story? Now we figured it out. You know what I mean? Sometimes you figure it out. Here we go, Joanne. Joanne! Pardon me. Pardon me. Where's the Joanne, where's the story? We had it here and then you took it down? I had 40 tabs open before you rudely interrupted me, Joanne. Where was it? The skinny house? No. Here we go. I found it. Guys, when we get this story... Joanne! I'm double-deckering it on the screen. Where's my story? Oh, thank you, Joanne. You know? Sometimes she brings the story in late night. What is this? I don't need any talkie. Oh, look, there's Fred Savage right there, the handsome hunk, right? Here we go. Fred Savage responds after Wonder Years accusers speak out. Several women who worked with Fred Savage on the Wonder Years, aka Kevin Arnold, revival, are sharing their accounts of the producer's alleged misconduct. I did not know about this, guys, until now. This just came out today. Okay, so let's get into it. Fred Savage is working on bettering himself following allegations of misconduct on the set of Wonder Years Revival. In a new statement to The Hollywood Reporter, Savage denied renewed allegations of sex. This is renewed? Joanne, I didn't remember hearing about this the first time. Savage, oh, actually, now I sort of do. Savage denied renewed allegations of sexual harassment and vowed to make improvements. Okay, so now I have to do a Kevin freaking Arnold impression, Joanne? What are we talking about here? Since I was 6 years old, I've been working on hundreds of sets with thousands of people, and I've always strived to continue to be an inclusive, safe, and a supportive work environment, he said. It's devastating to learn that there are coworkers who feel I've fallen short of these goals. While there are some incidents being reported that are absolutely not true, did not happen, could not have happened, any one person who feels hurt or offended by my actions is one person too many. That's a Kevin Arnold move right there. That's a freaking scripted line. Hold on one second. Let me read that one more time with just a little bit more emotion. While there are some incidents being reported that absolutely did not and could not have happened, any one person who feels hurt or offended by my actions is one person too many. You got to put the hand up on your freaking, you know what I mean? You got to, if you're going to really get into it and not cry it out and do the hand to the face, like, I'm going to faint, you know what I mean? Then you're really just not, you really don't have much of an interest in proving your, you know, effort, your connection to the part, really, you know? Some people just want to fall short of real tears, you know, and they want to poke themselves in the eye. What, you can't just bring tears? You just can't start crying in the moment without thinking about your dog, you know, that died? No, I mean, what are we talking about over here, you know? Fred Savage says he will continue to work and address the change any behavior that's negatively affected anyone. As nothing in this world is more important to Fred Savage, Kevin Arnold, than being a supportive coworker, a friend, husband, father, in person. Motherfucker. Joanne, he said in person. Hold on. We got to go back and read that again with a little bit more emotion. I don't think I got that one correctly. You know, again, we read these cold. This is a cold read situation here on the Renaissance show. I will work to address it. Hold on. Joanne, should we give it with more of a soap opera vibe? Okay, Joanne said to do a soap opera vibe on this one. I will work to address my behavior. that has negatively affected anyone. There's nothing in this world that's more important to me than being a supportive coworker, a friend, a husband. Why, God? Why? Father and person too. And that's where I kind of lost it. You know, when I said person, doesn't seem to work there in that emotional. You know, sometimes you gotta let it out. No, but seriously, Joanne, if I was gonna read this, if I was going in for the part, you know, they were like, "Look, Mark, you want the part? You better freaking read it." This is what I would do. Ready? I will work to address the change. Joanne, one more time and maybe read the script correctly. You know, from the top and action. I will work to address and change any behavior that has negatively affected anyone. There's nothing in this world is more important to me than being a supportive coworker, a friend, a husband, father. A person. Nailed it, Joanne! I freaking nailed it! You got the part. I did. Kevin Arnold. I'm Kevin Arnold 2022. Okay, so let's get into what the frig happened over here. His statement comes in response to a report from the outlet in which six unnamed women, they requested anonymity in fear of retaliation from Mr. McGee over there. You're talking about 2 foot tall Savage? He's got a friggin' savage attitude. He'll show up at your door, Weeble style, come through the friggin' cat door. That's what happens with Fred Savage. We're retaliated. Why? What happens? Does he send over a cat? No, he is the cat. He is. Oh, he's one of those weird people in 2022 that thinks they're a cat. And the teachers are like, okay, cat. Meow, meow. Freaking Fred Savage. Nobody knew he was a cat guy. He's just small, you know. What are you worried about, retaliation style? You can't kick freaking Fred Savage right in the face as he starts walking towards you? Unless you're, you know, south of 12 years old, you could pretty much take Fred Savage, you know, elbow to the face, give him a knee right to his face because he's really right there. It's not like you're like, you know, really, you don't have to stretch before is what I'm trying to say. You just get like moving your knee like you're walking and you just need freaking Fred Savage right in the face. You know, what are we talking about over here? Sometimes when you see Dustin Lines, my brother. Dustin, I don't know, buddy. Help me out, man. Share. I love you, bud. Yeah, we're here for freaking so many days in a row. And we're still trying to get people to even know we're here. It's crazy. His statement comes in response to these 6 freaking women. So, Joanne, can we get into what happened exactly? Like, what is this? Okay, so women said what? What did they say that Mr. Weeble did? Oh, there he is. Look at Weeble freaking Savage right there. Oh, look, it's Kevin Arnold. Yeah, we know. You came through the freaking mailbox. Like, they just sent you in a small box. You know, sometimes you could fit, like, the small packages in a mailbox still. And some people are, like, you know, really smart and they're doing it. They're like, look, I can really save some postage if I fit it in the mailbox. Woohoo! Kevin Arnold style. The women said they were motivated to act after observing his interactions with a much younger crew member. Joanne, what the frig are we talking about here? While the young woman declined to speak with THR. What's THR? The Home Review? I don't know. Those who did speak with the outlet said she stayed in the house occupied by Savage while they were filming Wonder Years, and that he brought her expensive gifts. What the? The sources grew concerned after witnessing the woman's interactions with Savage. But the crew member wasn't the only woman Savage paid special attention to. Sources named a second woman who spoke to THR under guarantee of anonymity. She said that Savage took her to dinner, but she rejected his gift offers. We became acquaintances and friends. Scumbag McGee. She said, it was very platonic. Well, that's just because he's freaking weeble, you know? And he was like, I don't want you to punch me in the freaking face, you know, with your knee. It's considered a punch, you know? That's one of the rough ones, you know, where you're just there doing your thing and all of a sudden someone comes by with an elbow by accident. It knocks you out, you know what I mean? Except it's a knee because you're freaking 2 feet tall and your name is Kevin Arnold. The second woman said she was later fired from the show with no prior warning or cause, but Savage was ecstatic since it meant she could focus on her career aspirations. Although she no longer worked on Wonder Years, the woman remained friends with the director until he allegedly came onto her in the bathroom of an Atlanta bar. He put his mouth on mine very forcibly. How the frig did he get there? Did he bring a little chair to stand on? He went for the top of my pants. That's because it's where his face was. I brushed him away. Then he put his mouth on mine again after climbing to the top of the freaking, sink and jumping onto me. He grabbed my hand and pulled it onto my groin area. I was pulling back. He stopped very angrily. I shoulder checked him. I told you, shoulder checked him, and so I can get out. She put him into the wall. Sometimes you ever seen that in a movie where all of a sudden like this sheetrock is seems like it wasn't even put in properly. It's like, hey, what happened to that freaking, framing in the middle there? Oh, you decided not to put a 2x4 there? Okay. Because the person just freaking stuffs into the wall, into the sheetrock. Perfect, It's like a crime scene taped off around the person right into the sheetrock. That's how the Savage went against the. Anyway, let's see how the rest of this alleged meeting went. Savage continued to text and call her for weeks to talk about the sheetrock damage after she alleged incident, before leaving a final voicemail on her phone, which she shared with THR. It's your old friend Fred, Kevin freaking Arnold. Yeah, 2 feet tall. I'm doing it. Easy-E style, This is like freaking, you come at me, I'm taking you out at the knees. Remember, when they go low, we go high. When they go high, we go low is what freaking Fred Savage has. You know what I mean? We worked together for a while, and then we didn't. And then I was such a huge a-hole. A huge a-hole. I mean, I'm really so sorry. And I've kind of owed you an apology for a minute. So, here we go. And, the truth is, I really like you, and I really want to be friends. And I'm, so sorry that I effed that up. Whatever. Look, I'm freaking savage. That was a savage freaking message he left. Should we do it with Joanne with a little bit more? Okay, Joanne said do it a little bit more emotion. That wasn't the right one. Not the right read, Mark. Remember, you're trying to get to the part. Sorry, Joanne. This is Fred Savage leaving a voicemail. Hold on, I gotta use my cards. Sometimes we use the cards for the effect. And then we'll do a card trick if you want to. JR, my brother. Love you, bud. Oh, Miss Anonymous. Hey, it's your old friend Fred. Look, we worked together for a while and and then we didn't, and then I was such a huge a-hole, whatever. I think for the effect, Joanne, I actually have to say the words. Joanne agrees. She said, look, there's no freaking 12-year-olds watching the show right now. It's 11:25 at night. You can say a bad word that's on the screen because it's freaking there for everybody to read anyway. She's right. Most 12-year-olds can read anyway. Good point, Joanne. Hey, it's your old friend Fred. Look, we worked together for a while and then we didn't, and then I was a huge asshole, and a huge asshole. And I'm really sorry, and I've kind of owed you an apology for a minute, so the truth is I really like you, and I really want to be friends. And I'm so sorry that I fucked that up. Anyway, 2 feet tall and proud. Kevin Arnold forever. Remember. Savage out. He drops the phone at the end like that. That was real. You could hear it on the voicemail. He dropped the phone. By the way, got the part. Thank you, Joanne. Joanne gave me the part. At this point, several women reported Savage to Disney HR in February. One of the women said, to their credit, I was contacted within an hour. An investigation started immediately, and he was barred from set. He was freaking barred from set, Joanne. Wow. I guess that's what we get. Look at that. Look at it in the middle. Remember, Kevin, as you get older, so should the girls. The problem is that you stayed that height. You know, everybody else grew, and you're still a freaking weeble walking through cat doors. You know, that's you. You know, I'm sorry, that's your fate, sir. You were cute back then, guys. He's holding a deck of cards too. That's a little weird. I just did a bit calling him. I was him calling with a deck of freaking cards. How freaking awesome is that? Joanne! I just literally stepped into the role of Kevin Arnold for a minute. Killed it. I'm going to cut that out. Like, send it to some casting directors. Guys, remember that part that Kevin Arnold played when he pretended that he really cared and that he was sorry for being like a scumbag with these younger chicks on his set? I did it. I did the scene. It's right there. You know, we just did it. I know, Joanne. It's the first time I swore too on the show. So like, but that's because you got to play the part. You got to get in there and you got to get the cards. And all of a sudden you were Kevin Arnold for a minute, you know? Anyway, that's the story of the day, Joanne. It looks like there's a lot of crap stories here I could probably pull up. But the bottom line is this. We're not doing crap stories. We only do freaking top-notch news stories here that get pulled down by TikTok because they're a bunch of Nazis. I mean, no, I'm just joking, but like, what is the deal with pulling down news stories? I'm reading them exact. Like, okay, this is e-news. What the frig? Who cares? Okay. But whatever the news story is, I'm reading a news story and sensationalizing it in a comedic way. Why is that a problem? I'm not saying anything specifically. I'm making jokes. So I wanted to show you a couple of the things that have been getting pulled down, right? Let's see if we can get into it. Where is it? Here we go. We're going to go back and find them. We're going to the video section. Look, they gave me a freaking ad suitability. Look at this, guys. These bunch of crap heads. And it shouldn't say this. Mother freaker. Hold on. Is it really saying Donald Trump confirms? It shouldn't say that. Mother fudger. Here we go. Let me fix this real quick. So at least when you guys, and then push refresh for me, please, guys. Maybe this is why these a-holes are doing that. I just pushed to Save-A-Roo. Let's check it out. Double-decker style. Is it working? Who cares? I think it's working. So I'm going to show you what I pulled this down because I don't want them giving me crap on YouTube, or on TikTok, so I pulled this down. Check this out. Dr. Fauci, aka Dr. Weasel Frauci, awarded Rare Hutch Award. Almost as rare as a pandemic happening and then a pandemic happening right after, like 2 in a row. Now we're maybe on to 3. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Oh, polio's back too. What are we talking about? It all seemed to happen after everybody was coaxed into standing in a line in order to get a bugaboo. Dr. Weasel Frauci approved. Look, he's getting a Hutch Award though. Dr. Weasel Frauci apparently showed fearless leadership in the face of all odds, pandemic style, 2020 through 2022. I can't believe everybody believed the science. Look, you leave your comments below. I'm not saying anything here. I want you to tell me what you think of Dr. Weasel Frauci. I mean Dr. Fauci. Leave a comment below and follow for more. Bye, Menon. You gotta finish off every clip with a bye Menon. I'm freaking showing up with a bag full of cash. Bye Menon. Dr. Fauci, aka So unfortunately I had to pull that down because TikTok is being really sensitive and I don't want them pulling that down. So I had to take it down today. I'm not gonna have them do that to me. Unfortunately, it's a great bit. It's hilarious. So they pulled that. This they also pulled down. You guys tell me what the frig and why the hell they would pull this down. They called this bullying and harassment.
My fellow Americans, it's Donald J. Trump. I'm winning big league. I'm here at my fake White House here at Mar-a-Lago. Did you hear the news about Alex Jones? Yeah, $49.3 million. Okay. Appeal. I already sent to my attorney. I told him, you got to appeal this, Alex. You cannot go quietly into the night. You better appeal. Appeal. Look, I'm going to appeal the ruling. I already told him, call Giuliani. Yeah, Rudolph Giuliani gonna help you winning big league. Just wanted to make sure you know Alex Jones won't be paying $49.3 million. Yeah. No, he'll be appealing. Maximum in Texas, I believe, is $6 million. So that's all he'll be paying. Alex, get yourself lawyered up with Giuliani. Gotta go?
No, no.
What? Oh, okay, Melania, I'm coming. God almighty. My fellow Americans, it's Donald J.
So they pulled that down. It's comedy. It's a freaking face swap comedy bit. Why would TikTok pull that down? But they pulled that down. So I'm baffled. The other one they pulled down, I'm going to play this. They pulled this down. Can monkeypox spread through objects like doorknobs? Now, I'm sorry you guys aren't seeing this, but please listen into this. And if you're on,
Can monkeypox spread through objects like doorknobs? The short answer, you bet your friggin' life. You better be careful out there. You gotta bring some hand sanitizer. Apparently they're wanting people to do some social distancing. Sounds familiar. Didn't they do that right before the election last time? Oh yeah, mail-in voting. And Democrats about to get slaughtered. But all of a sudden we got a sleep sofa in the Oval destroying the country as we knew would happen. Look, I'm just saying, seems like the same friggin' playbook.
Yep.
They're trying to freak everybody out because the election is in 3 months.
Yep.
Follow me for more. Can monkeypox
I'm
spread
not
through
wrong.
objects like doorknobs?
And maybe that's why they don't want that piece of content up there. I'm not wrong. You know, it's such silly stuff. Like, I'm speaking in code in a way. I'm just saying things, but I'm not really getting that juicy into it. And they're freaking pulling it down. And that to me is completely mental. You know, it doesn't even make any sense. The other one that they pulled, which really baffles me, especially, I'm going to play it for you guys because I don't think that this was harassment at all. It was a funny bit that I made about, I'm going to just play it for you. This was actually back a little bit ago, I think. Now that I realize it, it's about 150 clips ago, as I put out 5-6 clips a day. So this one was nuts. And I'm curious, I want to put out a little, I don't know if it's a poll or whatever, and figure out what kind of content in the short form do you guys like that I'm making the most? Like, do you like when I do the news stories? Do you like when I do Trump impressions? Do you like when I do Biden impressions? Do you like when I do rants? Do you like when I'm singing songs and leaving little music clips? Like, what would you like to see? Because I want to bring more content that you want to see to the surface. And every day I'm going to be delivering, but I just don't know what the frig I'm going to, bring to the surface. So I appreciate any thoughts you guys have, and I'm happy to just let my mind explore from there. Man, look at this. Look, do you guys see how much I've gone through in order to find this one clip I'm thinking about? Here it is. Oh, okay. This right here got pulled. Ready? On TikTok, this got pulled. You're going to have to listen in. You can't see it because
This just in, transgender swimmer Leah Thomas nominated for Woman of the Year from the University of Penn. This shouldn't be a surprise to you. They did the same thing with Caitlyn Jenner the first year she was a woman.
People Magazine.
First year and nominated as Woman of the Year. Yep. So all you have to do is be a woman for 1 year and you could be nominated as the Woman of the Year. Out of all women on the planet, you, the first year, you're the Woman of the Year. This just in, transgender swimmer Leah Thomas nominated for...
okay to stay on TikTok? How is that not okay to stay on TikTok? Somebody tell me what the freak was wrong with that. It's making a freaking observation about you picked this person who just became a woman this year and then stole some awards because they've got the physique of a man still. And clearly when you're winning by a freaking half a pool... We know when you're 618th in the world with the men and you're destroying the women, you clearly have an advantage. But Woman of the year. Bunch of freaking horse crap. You give somebody hormones, all of a sudden, or hormone reducers, blockers, whatever the frig. That's a moose, dude. That's a friggin' moose. Did you see the picture? Hold on, nah. Guys, Leah Thomas. Let's see. Leah Thomas. I'm not going after her in that way. I'm just saying this is a bunch of horse crap the way the friggin' media circus is around this thing. And that's because I think you're allowed to call it things. Like there is no, this is 2022. You got to call people thing and it and you know, whatever the frig, a tree branch. Look, it's a frigging rabbit. No, we've graduated from cat. Now we're rabbits. We freaking bounce around like bunnies and we put these little freaking marshmallow looking, we actually get marshmallows and we friggin' just, you know, when you go to the fire and you melt it, we get right before melting where it's lukewarm and we freaking stick it right to our ash. And that's what we do, you know, because we're bunny rabbits. 2022. Leah Thomas, gold medal. Or whatever the frick. I don't know if she won the gold or whatever the hell she won. Is that what she won? Let's see. Let's see the picture. You gotta be freaking kidding me! Her head's off the screen! You gotta be kidding me, Joanne! This one makes a lot of sense right there. What the are you kidding me? They're up to her freaking Adam's apple. Look at the size of her chest. Like, I'm not saying the chest. I'm saying the you know, the width from shoulder to shoulder. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. Look at the difference in the body of these people. Hold on, no. Can you guys see my? Okay, you can't see this. Oh man, I wish I could like draw on the screen. All right, hold on. Am I able to see? Let me see if I can visualize this. Let me see where my hand is. Oh, you can see it. Okay, guys, just visualize for a second this box. Okay, visualize that box. Okay, these two people together. Look at their frames. Okay, two frames, almost the same as her one frame. That is insane. Well, that's a fair freaking battle. Not to mention, look at the freaking legs. Okay, that dude can dunk as well. All right, dunking. Let's just read this story because it happened a while ago. Leah Thomas, a transgender University of Pennsylvania swimmer who's now freaking Woman of the Year, faced media storm over a switch from men's to women's competition when she freaking blew as a man. And all of a sudden, she's the best in the world as a woman, but there's no advantage. During the week's NCAA... Hold on a second. Let's see. We're going to do this. We're in the process together, guys. Tonight, we're doing this. This is a lot of fun, right? And don't take any offense, guys. We already have a yellow. They're going to keep us yellow here on this one tonight. Leah Thomas rank, men's rank. Let's see where her men's ranking was. It wasn't Leah. It was something else. When Canadian men's team ranked 554 in the 200 freestyle, 65 in the 500, and 32nd in the 1650 freestyle. Okay, so not even close to first. No advantage, right, guys? No advantage at all. Not even close to first. Blew everybody out of the water when they went up against women. And I say they because I don't know what the hell to call her. I'm not sure. Moving from a rank. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Swimming World Magazine did it. This is on April 22nd, guys. Let's read it together. That's what we do here, Renaissance Man Show. Get trusted real-time breaking news. Not from swimming freaking world. I'm sorry. Not interested. I got one story coming at me right now. The Leah Thomas deal. Okay. Here we go. A look at the numbers and times. No denying the advantages of Leah Thomas. Guys, no offense. Like I said, I want everybody in this world to be happy and do what they want to do in order to find their happiness, be with whoever makes them happy. But do not freaking tell me when this isn't, you can't tell me that this isn't a disadvantage. You can't tell me that a guy who feels like he's a girl could go into the girls' room and just like go in there because he feels like it. This is if that happened when I was in high school. You didn't go into you just look. Okay, we had friends who were trying to figure things out. You let people figure things out. This is my big problem. I got into a big rant here on TikTok. This is one of the things that started to kind of get out there a bit. Was, We go through a lot of stages as we mature, as we try to figure out who we are. And if we are constantly being guided by our elders in a direction that's not the place we should be, which is a defined space, a defined gender, whatever it is, you got to let people explore life, figure out who their friends are going to be, who their good people are, who the bad people are, and what they like. They shouldn't be listening to somebody else telling them what they like. And I feel like there's a lot of that going on. It seems like in the West Coast and East Coast, everybody else in the country seems to have their head on straight. There's just a lot of really freaking indoctrination going on in the New York/LA area. It's nuts. It only seems it's like massive. And it's spreading, obviously. And I don't have a problem, like I said, with anybody exploring themselves, but they should explore themselves. It shouldn't be pushed by somebody like a teacher. A look at the numbers, no denying the advantages of Leah Thomas. Just how much of an advantage did Leah Thomas possess over the biological females? The question may be. Numbers paint a clear picture. The fact the University of Pennsylvania swimming soared from a mid-500s ranking, 554th, in the 200 freestyle, in the men's division to the top-ranked swimmer in the world in the women's competition. So in her final meet, Thomas finaled in 3 events at the NCAA championships, highlighted by a victory in the 500. She also finished 5th in the 200 freestyle and was 8th in the 100. Although she didn't contest the event at the NCAA champs, Thomas had one of the country's top times in the 1650 freestyle. Here's a look at her performance times throughout the season, including her comparative status to her times as a member of the men's squad. In the 500 freestyle, Thomas's time of 4 minutes and 33 seconds from her NCAA title swim handed her the fastest time in the nation. And that was about a second. No, was that a minute? No, a second and a half better than Emma Norden. Thomas's difference from her personal best from Penn's men's program was just 6%, as opposed to the typical 10 to 11% difference generally seen between men and women. So she already had an advantage there. I don't want to read all this, guys. It's a lot of percentages, but the bottom line is she had an advantage. We know that. And this guy wrote a story about it. So if you want it, I'll pop it on the screen, Swimming World Magazine. I'm not getting through all this freaking numbers, all right? I don't have my glasses on. All right? Bottom line, Joanne, it's there. Leah Thomas. In the 500. So what do you guys think about this? I don't even know how we got onto it. I think it's because I had this piece of content pulled and I think it was silly to have it pulled. You know? Just what I think. What do I know? I don't freaking know a thing. I just know that Fred Savage, scumbag, you know? As we figured out today. Scumbaggaroo. Sometimes when you least expect it, you find out that Fred Savage is a scumbag. Oh, let's see. Sweetie Marie's on over here, guys. Try this one more time. I keep hitting the freaking thing here. I hope you guys enjoyed a little music on the way out. Tomorrow, of course, we do it all over again. For day 1,318 in a row, so please make sure you subscribe if you haven't yet. Share if you haven't yet. And more importantly, go down the friggin' rabbit hole and see what you've missed. I'm dropping a lot of shorts. I haven't dropped a long-form piece of content in about a month. It's just been shorts every day, but there's 2,500 pieces of content that aren't being shared by YouTube. So go back and watch the playlists. And the stuff they only seem to be sharing is shorts. So I'm going to continue to drop shorts for you, and hopefully you can generate some activity, push them here to the show every night. And join us where we do what we just did. Create some piece of music and hopefully fade away from the negativity for a few minutes. See if we can recenter and get into tomorrow and make some magic happen. Because we all need to make magic happen, don't we? So, I send you guys all my love, and can only help and hope the world can find some love in their hearts to share. But I'll be back tomorrow to continue to dig deeper. So, until then, Kathleen Danford, Kill It and Grill It, MJ Mama, Pamela Swan, Renee Woods, S. Coop, Trish Killian, Virgo Psych, and Yardbirds. You guys all rock. I do want to quickly just go through here these chats. I don't ever really get a chance to do this. We're already 1 hour. We're past 1 hour, so I'm going to just run through some of these comments here and do it live, because sometimes we get caught up in the show. Well, every day I get caught up in the show. Never have a chance to read back the comments, so I'm going to do that with you guys real quick. Let's see what everyone's saying over here. Pamela, I just subscribed to whose channel? Who has a channel? Pamela, you have a channel? Family Jam. I see that. You do love Family Jam more than I know. I do love Family Jam. It's a lot of fun. Let's see. This is a comment here. Oh. S. Coop, send me over your link on my Telegram so I can join you. Your wife, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. I appreciate you so much for hanging out. Thanks so much for kicking it with me. Pamela, S. Coop, Kill It and Grill It. Let's see what everyone's saying over here. Folks, Verizon girlfriend on the phone. Kathleen. Renee said I'm in the zone. I was rocking out over there for a little while. MJ said I'm morphing into a beatnik, bluesy, soulful style. Yeah, you know what's so funny? I never know how I'm gonna feel when I take the guitar out, but I just let them, just let the music roll and let my mind go. Virgo Psych in the house. MJ Mama, love me some Zone. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm glad you liked that, MJ, because I do sometimes close my eyes and really get going, and to me, those moments are really special because we're creating a balance in space-time. If we could separate in that little piece of music, if everybody's able to shut it all off with me and get into that zone, that's powerful. And that's where we jokingly say we stop time here. We've done it many times, where we're in the middle of something so powerful, a piece of music or a piece of comedy, where we're like, holy cow, 3 hours went by? Yeah, because we stopped time. We didn't even realize, I want to see what else we have over here. Oh, thank you so much, Yardbirds. Yardbirds said that's some fancy guitar playing. Thank you, my friend. Pick throw. You know it. You know that pick throw. Jeez. Okay. Oh, Trish said Mark watched David Nino Rodriguez. He had Jim Brewer on. Ooh, I'm going to have to check that out. I really want to get Jim Brewer on this show. If anybody knows Jim, I tried to send him a message, but I'd love to have him on just to chat, especially comedy to comedy. I'm curious to see if he'd like my comedy at all. But more importantly, we are on the same side of the fence fighting this insanity and this stupidity. Twilight Zone / Truman Show 2022. I got many songs about it. My last album is called The Twilight Zone. Go check it out. Mark Pires or In the Twilight Zone. Okay, I see Kathleen said something about a Special Forces video. I'm going to have to check that out, Trish. I'm going to look at that tonight. And it looks like that's it. I think I got through it. Steve, my brother! That's right, my friend. Steve knows. You know, I love your messages, Steve. I got to tell you, I pop these little shorts out, and I'm not sure exactly how you found the show, Steve, but I'm so glad you found the show. And Steve leaves really, really common sense, powerful responses to my videos. You should go check them out, because I'll take a news story and I'll say something, and then it's funny, but I'm trying to say something as brief as possible in order to just allow people to expound upon the story. And Steve nails it every time, exactly how I really feel about it and how I can't really say. A lot of times I can't say how I really feel because I don't want to get totally pulled. People, like I had one lady last week, I made this comment, it was a short I did, about how, something about the LGBTQ community and how I have no problem with them. I love them. I wrote an anthem for them. And this one person went after me for like 2 days, like all this stuff. Oh, show me this, show me that. And I was like, it's weird. I do 7 news stories a day. I don't go through and do like 10. I don't research these stories. I take the news story. I'm like, that sounds like it would be funny. And I do it. Okay, look, here's a headline. And let's make a joke out of it. And some people take it so seriously. I'm like, just relax. We're trying to make you laugh, but also tell you some truth. A lot of times my trying to break down the walls of the lie that they've been creating for 2+ years, it comes to the surface and you'll hear little things come out, like, oh, bugaboo. Yeah. Like, oh, pandemic after pandemic after pandemic. Okay. That makes sense. We haven't had one in 100 years. Now we have 3 in a row. It's friggin' ridiculous, guys. You know what I mean? Like, I really hope that we're able to get through this next couple of years without everything, the friggin' sky falling on us. It seems like there's a lot of negative out there, but I want to share one positive thing that I see as a real estate agent. That's what I do for a living. And on June 15th, the rates went up to like the 6s for the first time in, a few years. Like the rates have been down 3s forever. So it went up to 6+, right? Everybody freaked out, but they heard, look, they're going to keep raising the rates. So I got to go and buy now before the next rate hike. The last rate hike was 2 weeks ago. It was 0.75 basis points. That's almost 1 full point, right? 3/4 of a point. So the natural reality for a buyer is, geez, the rates just went another 3/4 of a point. That means my rates went up 3/4 of a point. But do you know, since June, when the first time the Fed jumped up the rates and real estate went up to the high 6s, the rates today for the last 2 weeks since this 0.75 other hike have been lower than in June. So there are a bunch of people who bought June and July. I got to get in there before the next rate hike. The rates for buyers are lower today than they were last month and the month before. So if you were out there and you're thinking to yourself, oh, the rates are up, they're actually down from where they were in June. Yeah, they're higher than they've been in the last while, but this is still traditionally over the history of time pretty low at like around 6%. Yeah, you missed that 3%. You did. You missed it. But you had it. Now you don't. Okay, whatever. The point is, there's still an opportunity here. The sellers out there are thinking, geez, the price, the basis points went up another 0.75. That means that the rates went up. No, the rates went down. And if sellers catch wind of what's really going on, that the rates are actually lower, buyers can pay less today for that house than they could 2 months ago. We may go back to a little bit more of a fight for properties. Right now, I think people got a little freaked out by that 0.75, but they didn't realize the rates went down. Isn't that crazy? Like, we're so blinded by these sensationalized stories. Like, oh, the rate hike. That rate hike apparently affected credit cards and loans, auto loans, that type of thing. But it didn't affect real estate. For some reason, real estate was completely... I don't even understand it. I've spoken to a couple mortgage brokers. Nobody understands why real estate was left, to its own. I think what it was, someone said they figured in this adjustment way early on. So in June, they figured, geez, we need to raise these real estate rates because of what's going on in the Fed. They overdid it the first time around, so they can bring them down. So I think that's what happened is they actually went so drastic with the rates for buyers that it's leveling out now. I guess that's the only way I could see it. It's like they spiked it, thinking, okay, we need to go here. And now they realize, wait a second, that was a little too high. And then you're seeing a little bit of a return. Oh, that's Steve. Yes. Well, it's, that is something that I'm definitely working on myself, is trying to figure out how to step away from all the negative in this world and continue to manifest the reality of the show reaching millions of people on a daily basis. And I don't know if manifesting, that's the reason why I'm curious about that. If showing up 1,317 days in a row isn't manifesting, isn't showing that you deserve something or you're trying to earn something and never being able to reach the people in a way that's necessary, I'm curious how the manifesting works, and maybe I'm not doing it right, but the reality is I am showing up and sending love to the screen and trying to figure out how to break everybody away for a few minutes from the craziness. So, tomorrow when we do it all over again, but it's not about action. Interesting. Vibrational leverage. I like that. More meditation, perhaps. I think this. Here's what I think. All right. Right now I see 18, at least in this series, there's about a couple people over here on TikTok. If 20 people together started a mantra, and the mantra was something simple like, the Renaissance Man show is going to explode. And that's the mantra. The Renaissance Man show is going to explode. And if we just say that 3 times in a row, a couple times a day, and just think it, a positive thought for the show. This is the longest running show on earth. If you believe in it and you want to see others join us and join this community of love and creation, this is true art. This is something I didn't realize till the other day. I've been doing this for 3+ years every day. And it took somebody, a new TikTok family member, to come on and mucho mas and said, this is like, it's like a twisted art form, because someone was just like, what is this? And I was in the middle of some crazy live improv thing, and they're like, just stick around. It's like a twisted art, like an art form. And it's like, yeah, this is mother effing straight up art. Like, I didn't think about it that way, but we just created a piece of art, a piece of music that never existed in the history of time. We just created this. Make songs all night long, getting down like we do every day of the year. Yeah, it's what we do every night. Yeah, out of sight. Yeah, 2022, bringing me down, you into the gutters. Yeah. But if we center ourselves on the moment, yeah, we can find a way to become something better. So, the whole point is, there is nothing. So true art is when something creates itself around the moment. And the fact that I love to come out here without any idea what I'm going to do on a daily basis, and we pull a story, but we have a guitar, we don't even know what's going to happen on that guitar, but that to me is the thrill of life, is live art, live creation, making something that has some bite, something that we can call, we could sit on 10, 15 years and think about and say, remember that moment? That was a powerful moment. It's crazy. I'm gonna start singing again, but it's what we thrive for, to try to create over and over, is something memorable. It's really where I thrive, is when something was created, or I could look back in 6 months, open up the episode, be like, holy freaking, that's right, that was the episode that I did the thing about this, you know. Because I did a bit earlier, I was like, oh, you gotta do. And that's the stuff. That's the magic. Is the little moments, the little comedic moments, the 15-minute comedy bits, the live creation songs, the truth rants. It's every second of the show, to me at least, is art. And whether it's your type of art or not, again, that's subjective. Art is subjective no matter how you look at it. Music is subjective. You know, painting, every single piece of artwork is subjective. You either like it or you don't, but that doesn't mean that it's not good because somebody may love it. And, oh, this should be off. And I think that is important to remember. Don't look for validation. And that's the thing I realize. I've been here for 3+ years because if I was looking for validation, I would have quit a long time ago because I haven't gotten it. You know what I mean? Like, I got awesome community of people here that have been showing up. We can't grow, but these people are awesome. But the idea that there's a world out there that would probably be interested in what we do here, they'd probably have a good time if they showed up. But platforms that are controlled by a specific narrative don't allow certain things to be cycled through their algorithm. And you can call it what you want, but that's what they kind of do, is they push out the stuff that they want to keep in front of you and to keep you distracted from reality. And there's a lot of great stuff. There is. But if you're looking for me specifically, it's tough. But I do keep showing up because I love you guys, and we're going to keep doing it. So make sure you pop in tomorrow when we do it all over again. Day 1318 in a row. What? Ron, my brother from EMA. Guys, if you haven't followed and you don't subscribe to EMA, which is Emergency Management Association, it's Tyler's, you got to go check it out. That's my brother. And Ron Tyler, I love you, buddy. Jim, my pal, you rock. How many days are we at? 429? Kathleen Danford, MJ Mama, Pamela Swan, Renee Woods, S. Coop, Steve, my brother, I'm so happy you made it live, Trish Killian, and Virgo Psych. Guys, I may try something different tomorrow. Like, I really want to try to go on early. Like, I don't know how my day is going to be, but like, I really want to try to get like a morning show on and see how that would go. You know? I just don't know when I can do it, but I'd love to do like a morning drive show. You know, it'd just be so tough. Or like get on right at like 9 a.m. and do it half hour. We'll see. Maybe I could try to get that together for tomorrow or the next day. But remember, you guys are amazing. Tomorrow, we do it all over again. Until then, it's Mark Pires. You got to go away. And it's Renaissance Man. I love you guys. See you tomorrow. You got to go away. You got to go away. Go away now. See you tomorrow, fans.